Journeys Together is right around the corner in Japan, and we are going to be looking at the new Ends package. What I mean by that is not Ends package, but Ends deck. Ends Zoroark EX is one of the first cards in this deck with the trade ability. You can discard a card from your hand to draw 2 cards once per turn, and Night Joker for 2 darks can copy any of your other Ends Pokemon. My name is Rahul Reddy. We're going to look at some of the other crucial cards in this list, and we're going to jump into a deck list that will start off in the video almost immediately, and then we'll jump into the video of a gameplay so we can see how it works. Now, so you're complemented by Ends Reshiram, where you're going to be able to copy Powerful Rage, Fire, and Lightning for 20 times the number of damage counters on this Pokemon, and Zoroark being pretty big, and then Virtuous Flame. Now, you don't need the exact requirements, obviously, so you can just copy this Virtuous Flame for 170, and then you have Ends Darmanitan. Now, what this does is 30 for each energy card in your opponent's discard pile, so kind of a reactionary attack, nothing really crazy. Then Blaze Ball Cannon is 90 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. You can use things like Reversal Energy that work with Zoroark here because it is a stage 1. There's no stipulation here, so you can just go 90-90 and kind of do some havoc on the board. Then you have Ends Castle, which just gives everybody free retreat that has an Ends stamp. So check out the video if you guys enjoy. Obviously, like and subscribe. Let's jump into this video. Let's see what the deck list looks like right away. Now we see that there's 4/4 Ends Zoroark, which does make total sense to me. The 2 Reshiram, the 2/2 Darmanitan line, the Sigilyph. I have no idea what the Sigilyph does. We're gonna keep going. Squawk is in there for Ultra, 3 Nest, 3 Poffin, 4 Ends PP up. I believe that's just like a Dark Patch or an Ability Patch from the discard pile to one of your Pokemon, a basic energy, so you can keep accelerating your Darks to your Ends Zoruas. You have 2 Stretchers, 1 Vessel, 2 Evo to set up our board, 1 Devo. Survival Brace is pretty cool because we can keep our Zoroarks alive pretty long, and if they hit us for a ton of damage and put us at like 10 HP remaining with 270, we can just blow it up with the Reshiram's first attack. In this situation, we have the free retreat to move all of our big guys because Reshiram and Darmanitan have a ton of retreat cost. Pretty stock standard supporter line. And with that being said, let's jump into the gameplay. Devo is also pretty cool because I think there's going to be evolutions in general. Let's see how this looks. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Okay, cool. We're going to see Miraidon on the right. We're going to get, just basic standard start, getting the Pikachu and the Magnemite. We're going to go ahead and see Squawk ability, getting a bunch of cards into play. Latios hitting the board as well. And we're going to use Squawk, Research Plus. Just Squawk, yeah. We're going to see it, put some energies onto the board. 2 onto the Iron Hands. We're going to go ahead and see the retreat into Pikachu. Pikachu can't get knocked out here. It's a pretty safe retreat, even if something's going to poke into it. We're going to see the Nest Ball getting the Reshiram, just building up the board. Arvin probably grabbing Poffin plus Evo. Seems pretty solid to get the Zoroarks out, up and running. If your Zoros can't die, all of a sudden your Zoroarks are just so beefy, and you can see so much. We're going to see Ends Castle, probably free retreating the Darumaka into the Reshiram. And we're going to attach an energy to Reshiram. Because it's bigger than something that can knock out. I mean, like, yeah, it just doesn't get knocked out by hands, which is cool because the hands are already the energy committed. We're gonna Evo. Probably grabbing. I would grab 2 Zoroarks and just like set up our board. But I guess the Darmanitan is also completely fine because we can go 90-90. But I prefer having Zoroarks up and running because I mean it's like the majority of our engine. We're gonna get the Arvin for the secret box and the tool. Secret box pumping down most of our hand. Pikachu, another Pikachu. Okay, cool. Nest Ball, EXP Share, Boss, and Stadium. The Stadium bump is pretty good here. We're going to be able to get the Boss onto the Zorua or the Darmanitan if we want it. Darmanitan's at 140 now, so it's a little bit tougher. We're going to set up as normal, Bravery Charm to the Squawk. So now 2 of the Darmanitan attacks don't just kill that one, but the Mew is still a liability sitting on the bench. We're going to go ahead and use Magneton, blow itself up, put in a prize. First prize over to the Ends player. The Hands is set up. The Miraidon is set up. We're going to attach to the Miraidon. Once again, retreat here. And we're going to go ahead and use Arm Press because we did not actually find a Gust effect here to take a free prize on the bench. Zorua into the active. We're going to go ahead and evolve that into Zoroark here. We're going to put another Reshiram down, attach to the bench one, and go ahead and research the other Zoroark. Looks like we had all our other Zoroarks in hand, so that does make sense. Then maybe that's the reason. We're going to trade away the Devo. We're going to trade away a Dark Energy. We're looking for an Ends PP up and a Stadium here if we can. There it is. There's the PP up. We're looking for a Stadium as well if possible. There it is. I mean, we have Virtuous Flame, which lets us copy an attack for 170, which is nice. 170 is probably just our copy here. Nothing crazy. Get a ton of damage out of the board. Now we can set something up with the Blaze Ball onto something else later in the game. Maybe just gust up, like this Maraudon probably comes up. There's a boss, just bringing up the Darmanitan, which does mean that there's no Darmanitan attack coming up here, which is kind of unique. This seems like a terrible. There's a lot of pressure just coming on here. We're gonna go ahead and throw up the Zoroark once again. I mean, we should probably get another Darmaka into play if we can. Just trade. You know, Arvin, grabbing ourselves Nest Ball. Let's get the Darmaka if we can. Like I said, yep, there it is. It's 80 HP, so it is not profitable, which is interesting. Survival Brace, put it on the Darmaka, make sure it stays alive here. This is really cheeky. I don't know, it might be too cute. I guess we just really need this Darmanitan to survive. We're going to go ahead and just use 170 once again. We need to use this Darmanitan, or Darmanitan next turn to do stuff with our board. We're just going to arm press as the Maraudon player. Top adding back some resources here. So far, the deck has not impressed me too much. We're going to trade here again. Trade Ultra Ball here, thin out, getting another Zoroark. Do we just not have a Darmanitan? I guess we need to find Stretcher specifically, or Arvin here, which is, I guess, doable. Let's go ahead and trade once again. There's a Stretcher, Darmanitan hitting the board. We can attach the active and take the price cards here if we want to. Dark Energy. We're just going to copy it. We don't need the third energy. We're just going to copy the attack. Taking 90-90, taking 2 price cards, or 4 price cards, sorry. Going down to the 1. Wiping our opponent's board of energy, more importantly. There's no Magneton in play. We've now put ourselves in a prime position to basically seal up the game, because we still have our end stadium up in play. So we can retreat whenever we want. Super Rotting back the energies. Not even the energies, the Pokemon. Crystal Cave once again. Ursaluna. Oh, Ursaluna's pretty good here. Fez. Retreats. Did we Fez draw? I think we did, yeah. So we'll go ahead and Ursaluna. Take the knockout here. Zoroark comes back into the active. We need to find a boss's orders, probably here onto this Mew or Latias, because they're both weak to the dark type. We have the attachment. Simple boss's orders will suffice. Sigalith, if you're at 1 prize card, I believe it just says take the prize card and win the game. I think I vaguely remember this now. So we just take that and we end the game. So I guess it's like an out to win the game. Let's go back to the initial list, I think. So I'm like not really that impressed by this deck. I feel like eventually we'll probably get more support where Zoroark will actually do something. But trade doesn't seem like enough, because we just don't have enough damage to actually do anything. So I don't really know, what if Charizard like becomes popular again and Charizard just like bodies this deck? What if aggro decks like Maraudon are just like maybe the wave post rotation, stuff like that. Like I don't know what the format's going to look like when the rotation actually happens, but I think this deck just feels way too slow to actually do anything. But that being said, please, if you guys enjoy the content, like and subscribe. Check out, and I'll see you guys next time.